Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the grumpy old git in the corner on a Thursday that's looking quite bright and sunny today, actually. Maybe you are having a bit of a summer after all, despite what the weatherman says. Well, as we saw on the live last night, there was lots of counter-protests over quite an area of the country, London being the biggest, I think. But what were they counter-protesting about? There was no fucker else there. Thousands on the street, loads of extra police. Haven't got control of the false chops this morning. All for nothing. And in a couple of places, looking back on some of the streams and that this morning, they were getting that bored that they were fighting amongst them fucking selves. Absolutely hilarious. But what did the police have to say about it all? Well, they said those were just a few scuffles from local criminals. You know, when the right wing do it, or the anti-immigration, it's a riot. But when those lot do it, it's a few scuffles from a few criminals. I mean, every time they open their fucking gobs, they make themselves look so stupid, really. Now, if I didn't know any better, I would say the police and government were sold a huge dummy. Worked brilliantly, if that was the case. If you know what I mean. But of course, mainstream media today are cock-a-hoop that they had a victory, and I dare say Rowley and Kitty Starver and the rest of the police commanders, what are they, gold commanders, whatever they are? Fucking gold. Pricks. Are shooting their bolts claiming victory, you know, they're giving it the big hand job. Claiming that the courts and all the new arrests and the way of doing things have worked. Okay, well now, changing it around a bit, I thought it was very interesting that yesterday and the day before, they were threatening to use the terrorism laws against some of the public, calling them terrorists. And that could have big implications. I mean, obviously, terrorism is quite an offence. And it does carry big penalties. But don't forget that, because basically would label anybody that didn't agree with Herr Starmer, the dictator, on immigration, could potentially be branded a terrorist. So you could be called that for having an opinion, and the possibility of having an opinion of ending up in the gulag. Now, making threats like that, are they not painting themselves as terrorists? I mean, let's have a look. Now, that's the definition of terrorism, as written in the Oxford Dictionary. Now, we've seen violence from both sides. We've seen violence from everybody on the street. And on occasion, we've actually seen unlawful violence from the police, with intimidation. But that's the word, isn't it? Intimidation. Now you look at it there. Unlawful intimidation against civilians for political gains. Now, isn't that what Starmer and the likes of Rowley are doing, by the very definition of the word, with those threats of being locked up for having a voice or an opinion, putting people in fear of being chucked in the gulag and branded as terrorists? Does that not make them terrorists themselves? Just a thought for the day, people. Yeah. I mean, there was last night as well. There was, I will say, a big group of the Asian community. Now, as I've said, not all Asians are bad. A lot of the ones I know are real great guys, and I get on well with them. I've worked alongside them at times. Never had a problem with them. But there seems a certain group now that are quite willing to tool themselves up and run around on the streets with weapons. Now, are the police treating them the same as they treat the anti-immigration? Well, they did last night. The police chased him down, but I didn't see him going at them with sticks or anything like that. Maybe because they were armed. I don't know. But there we go. I'll leave that there for today, folks. I don't want to go on too long. I have got things to do, and I've got to try and work up the energy to do them today. I have got to go out, and I've actually got to try and cut the lawn, which usually wipes me out for most of the day after doing that. But that's another story. My problems aren't involved in what's going on in the world here today. But until the next time, guys, as always, thanks for your support. Thanks for watching and listening. And stay safe, stay strong, and stay absolutely free. Do not give these arseholes what they want. Keep your cool out there. Respects, guys.